to this. I've sacrificed everything, especially coming towards this year. I've sacrificed and made personal changes and done all I can to be the best teammate and bring everything that I can every Sunday. So it's a little disappointing when you have to leave like this. You know, you work way too hard, 5, 6 days a week for 60 minutes of football. So I hate to get out there and waste those 60 minutes. I don't have a rip to scale of, where the frustration level is, but it's definitely frustrating. You put your all in this, like I said, but hey, it's one game we lost. You got to put your hard hat on, go right to work tomorrow.
One note, Eli said yesterday that the Giants do need to get the ball in Odell's hands. And we talk about this all the time. Who's the one guy that does it? The quarterback. CC, is Beckham's frustration with the Giants' offense justified?
Well, NFL players get frustrated because I know fans don't look at it this way. NFL players think that they get paid to win because your environment at work, man, is totally different between winning and losing. How the coaches, how the front office treat you, like, man, it's significant. So I can understand his frustration. I can understand him coming into this year with the type of shape that he was in. They bring Barkley into the backfield. They got Ingram. They have all these things. Sterling Shepard. Like, we're going to put up numbers. Everyone in the NFL is putting up numbers. You think Odell ain't watching those numbers? You think he ain't seeing? Michael Thomas said he's going to be the best number coming for the #1 spot. AB's complaining in Pittsburgh. Why? Because people are putting up numbers. That's what wide receivers do.
Were you watching numbers?
Man, absolutely. I was playing the early games, either Eastern time when I was in Philadelphia or Central in Minnesota. And, man, you think I wasn't watching Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Rice and them in the game of the week, the late game? No, man, we joke about it all the time, asking Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin used to tell his wife, Sandy, hey, man, Chris caught 8 for 140. I need to make sure I have a good game. Jerry Rice used to think the same thing. When we all got together and we started talking about these stories, I was like, wow. I wasn't the only weird one because I was, sure enough, watching what these guys do. It's been part of the NFL for a long time. I believe that's a part of what he's doing. And you want to be able to help your team through big plays and scoring touchdowns to win games. When we as wide receivers, if you're a #1 guy, you think, what's our best path to victory? Man, get me the ball. Let me touch it. So I can understand his frustration. Don't let that frustration bleed into the rest of the team. And I like his attitude. I'm just going to come back to work these next 5 days for these next 60 minutes because the NFL is a grind. It's not easy. And sometimes young players who have success early, they think it's easier than what it is.
So you don't buy into there's an article, the column in Newsday by Tom Rock, one of the New York papers, echoing something that I had said a year ago when Odell was being criticized for the histrionics. Like, you got to let Odell be Odell. That part of what makes him emotional is what makes him great. You don't buy into the idea that the more muted, because this weekend was the first time we saw any of that on the sideline, that the more muted Odell is a less productive Odell?
No, I think that's a bunch of mess. I think that's a bunch of mess. I have never seen someone that you say, okay, I'm going to add emotion to them and they become a superstar. I've never seen, these coaches are professional. Gettleman, he's been around. He was in with Cam Newton. And did you think that, what did they tell Cam? To be himself. You see Cam Newton? Gettleman was the general manager. Did they take any personality away from Cam Newton? And he had a different owner who might want to take some of that personality away. So, no, the New York Football Giants and Pat Shurmur, they are not putting restriction on Odell. Odell should be doing that because it helps you focus more. You ranting and raving on the sideline does not make you a better wide receiver. It does not help your team, doesn't help you catch the ball, doesn't help you focus more. So as you get more mature, you expect those outbursts and stuff to start to disappear.
How does that logic, though, apply to a wide receiver? Well, if you change your personality and you let yourself be who you are, that intensity, that all of that will help you be a better receiver. No matter what, he's still not throwing himself the ball. So I don't understand how letting Odell be Odell or the more focused Odell, either of those two, is going to differ. I mean, it's not that he's dropping 100 balls.
Hold on, to go back to where this started was, if this is not just about the fact that Odell is one of 2 wide receivers in the top 40 in pass yards that didn't have a touchdown, the only wide receiver in the top 40 in pass yards that didn't have a catch 30 yards or greater, if it's about winning, if it's about the juice of the offense, like what we've talked about with Edelman, like the first down motions, like as far as giving the offense some juice. You mentioned Dave Gettleman in Carolina. The untold participant in this is the former offensive coordinator in Carolina, who's now the offensive coordinator in New York, and Mike Shula. And they are clearly not using their weapons as effectively as they can. That's Barkley, that's Odell,
Right.
that's
This
everybody.
offense doesn't look like the Vikings offense was run by Pat Shermer. This looks like more Carolina when they struggled and they couldn't run the football.
All right, we got to take a break. Coming up next, should the Patriots be on upset alert tonight against the Colts? We'll preview a little Thursday Night Football next on First Things First.
Jan threw a pin at me
that was
camera.
I didn't. It was
She
not.
apologized
I
for
did.
it, but she threw a pin at me.
It was.
You didn't get a truck to do family photo stuff, so get some Firestone tires and go do